Yeah, we were walking through the woods out here. You know, we come on this 55-acre nature trail, and I was telling the camera person, I said, I want you to notice when we're walking, the streamline of his back right here, his withers, from the back of his neck to his withers, and the rear end of his buttocks, and the puff on his tail. I said, you can't go in the woods and rely on your own sight and smell. Dogs can smell way more than we can smell. I mean, this is unbelievable. And the dog, if you watch the dog's behaviors, you can always figure out if people been out here or animals. His hair stand up, and the more it becomes protruded up in the air, the closer we are. And sure enough, he was in the middle of the woods. You got to be animated with your work. That's all. Yeah, so sure enough, the dog tells me who in the woods at all times. So right now we're taking a little rest. I got him in a down state, and then we're gonna walk in a second. Well, you asked me how long I've been in dogs. I've been in dogs since the day I was born. You know, dogs is a lifestyle. You know, if you ain't living the lifestyle, you're not gonna, you know, achieve the goals that you want as fast as you can, you know, if you live in a lifestyle. That's what most people do. They get into dogs, and it's not a lifestyle for them if they're trying to be a business. You got to get out here every day and train with these dogs and instill the best you can into each one of them by socializing them and teaching them different commands that they'll be utilized for in the rest of their life. And that's what makes you love a dog even more. Now the Dutch Shepherds, I got in Dutch Shepherds after owning my first Malinois, Nico Vanguard. And a guy named Jason had a dog named Phantom. He was the first American Street Ring 3 dog. He was a phenomenal Dutch Shepherd. I loved him. I went and followed him to the dog sports with the American Street Ring back in the day. And he used to tell me, oh, Dutch Shepherd, greatest dog. He could barely talk. He was in the military. And I'd laugh when he talked. I was like, man, this man sounds like a dog salesman. Get you to buy one of those dogs. And I never did buy a dog from him. His bloodline went back to Von Crystal's stuff, which was Rocky Van Leeuwen. The stuff that went back that made those dogs Rocky. Now, so Rocky and Robbie, which is Rocky's daddy, Von Crystal's Atos was out of all of that Rocky Van Leeuwen inbred stuff. That's the stuff that Strike Force was breeding when she had the buddy stuff. That's what Complete Canine at that time was using that stuff, and they had it mixed in with some other stuff that came from another kennel that was a big name up there. I remember when I was a kid. So I knew those dogs, and I knew those dogs were good because I followed them for 2 or 3 decades before I actually started doing my thing. And, so I fell in love with the Dutch Shepherd once I got my first one, which was a mixed Dutch Shepherd, and I trained him a lot of great things. And then eventually one day I got me some great high-powered dogs off the dogs that I always admired. And I kept my bloodline. I kept a puppy or two, a male and a female, out of every litter. I made sure that those dogs went to people that I knew, and so we could continue to make these breedings that you see.
Atos was a Robbie Van Leeuwen's son, half-brother to Rocky Van Leeuwen. But for the most part, we're breeding on the Rambo Rosen side to get the aggression in our dogs.
Okay, here we go from here. What I did was, after keeping those dogs for so many generations, I just kept crossing my line till I got what I liked, and I retained what I loved.
They've lost that, what they used to have. Now, I get to see what this dog gonna do coming up near these people. Now, I know he's not comfortable with being around a bunch of people, but you know, I get a chance to see him, see how he acts. So look, you see the hair? It's even stronger. You showing that? You see that? You see right here, watch it. So he's gotten comfortable a little bit, but he's right now letting them know that I'm here.
Okay, I can scoot everybody over to the left.
Ray Donovan starts.
Boy! Yes! Now, see his hair still standing up. So, a little nervy, not much. The very first breeding that I started with, almost like 15 years ago, was a step up from the first one that I first had. And when I say first ones, I'm talking about breeding on dogs like Robbie, Rocky, and most of all, I'm really trying to retain Rambo. I even tried to put a little Duco in the bloodlines, but I did not like them. They just didn't give me what I get when I stick with this line. But they have nice bone, and those dogs, you know, they're like a pit bull. They're like a pet. They love you, and they can work and turn on and turn off. And so people like that, you know, and there's a place for them, because I fell in love with my dog, Blue Cane, you know, and I retained some pups I held back, you know, females and males. And if it turns out, after I take that first female into this, and then so I get a bigger bone dog with heavy feet, but I don't want them real big, and I don't want them too long, too big. Can't go under, you know, tight spots at an airport or a car if they're looking for money or drugs. And you know, so like, look, here's a spot. I'm going to use this for training. So look, we're here. We might as well utilize everything we got. Hey, you ready to work? Hey, you ready to work? Huh? You ready to work? Huh? Good boy. Yes, good boy.
To learn more about Vanguard Canine trainings and the bloodlines that we breed, visit our website at www.vanguardcanine.com. If you're looking for a working puppy, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and dial 904-450-3339. We presently have some awesome working blue females that's available.
He didn't see it.
They are looking for working homes. These are very high drive and confident dogs. You're looking for working puppies? Don't hesitate to pick up the phone and dial 904-450-3339. We are VanguardCanine.com.